Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and I hope you find something helpful and useful as insights or guidance in my readings, and I'll be happy to know. Please let me know in the comments. This reading will be for the star sign of Gemini. It's a general reading, so it may or might not resonate for all of you. If it resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it doesn't, just leave it and maybe leave it for someone else. So I pre-shuffle the cards and I lay them out here so it's easier and quicker for me to talk. And the cards did not come up very well, and I shuffled and shuffled and I let them just come out by themselves. I didn't pick any cards, and this is how it came up. So the message is pretty negative, I would say. I will try to put in a good way. We're starting off with the Tower, and very much the Tower is a sudden, unexpected, shocking, upsetting event. It could be a message, it could be something happening, some kind of situation that turns your boat. It turns everything around you, and everything you have been believing, hoping, wishing for collapses into pieces because something happens, something sudden, like this lightning striking and destroying the belief system that you've been creating for yourself or about how your life is going to be. Suddenly everything falls into pieces, and this very much affected your stability, your grounding in life. It could be, so it doesn't necessarily have to be about relationship, because none of those cards suggest that this is specifically a relationship reading or a romantic situation. It could be anything, as this is a general reading. It could be your job, it could be your relationship with friends or with your family, or it could be just you witness something on the street that really upsets you. Okay, so when you have the Tower, it means the ground under your feet is shaking and is collapsing, and you feel the foundation you've been building on so far, it's not solid and it's not as strong as you thought it was. So that's why this event had to happen, to bring everything down to ashes so you can rebuild your foundation in a lot stronger and more stable way. So next time when you have a lightning striking, your Tower will be able to withstand the tremors. So the Hierophant is Taurus energy. What it means in this situation is that it's reversed. So it means that whatever you were building on in life, it wasn't built to last. It wasn't built in, it was either built in a wrong place or with the wrong person, that you were building some relationship, or you allowed external forces to shake your ground. Because I see this as something coming in externally, and the Tower is rock solid. Taurus is a rock solid sign. Something that broke your stability, I would say. So what is the analogy with Taurus is that once they always build on extremely rock solid foundations, everything that they do in life. And when the Hierophant is reversed, it means whatever you created so far, it wasn't built on solid foundation. And so the next I'm having the Page of Wands reversed. So this is about immaturity. It's about either your behavior or the way you speak to people or the way you come across gives people the impression that you don't take them seriously, or that you're not going to be kind of somebody who they can trust to build a solid foundation with. So you might have realized that you did something quite what's the word, let me think, too casually or too like without thinking what the consequences could be, and that brought you a lot of sadness. I think you behaved in a way that maybe made people misunderstand you for what your intentions are or for what you were doing, what you really wanted to happen. And a page of wands is usually a child that is very playful, very cheeky, very charming, kind of like adventurous child. So you might have given that impression of you are only there for the fun, you are only enjoying yourself for your own self rather than trying to build something stable with someone. So these energies could be vice versa. It doesn't have to be you. That could be how somebody treated you or how they behaved towards you as a child, that is not taking responsibility about what's going to happen after they say or they do something. The page of wands, I see it like, I kind of imagine it in my head as probably an 8-year-old boy who is playing football outside, and he shoots the ball and he breaks a window, and he never imagined in his whole life that he could do something like that. That's how I feel like this little boy shoots his football, breaks the tower into pieces, but in a way it wasn't his fault. He never intended it. He was just not anticipating any consequences. So I'm just saying this example with the boy as like the example of what kind of behavior or thinking somebody's having. So the 5 of cups here shows me a lot of grievances and missing someone. So this is not about hurt and pain. This is about sadness, grief, mourning. The person is wearing a black cloak and he's into some kind of grief. He's crying over the spilled cups. So whatever was in these cups is gone now. It's unretrievable. And I think something happened that made you realize that you kind of, you or somebody else broke the window and now you can't fix it. And you could have lost someone or you could have lost something. But what is good about this card is that it's not all lost though, because we're having 5 of cups and there are 2 more cups remaining behind this person's back. So this could be a man or this could be a woman. It doesn't matter who is having the grievances. Whoever is having this deep regret about something that was broken. It was only broken because it wasn't meant to last anyway. Your tower wasn't built on solid foundations, and that's why something happened out of the blue. The lightning, the boy kicked the ball and ruined everything into pieces because the universe protected you from further losses that could have been a lot bigger if you build a bigger tower. If that kind of, if you understand what I'm saying, is something came to an end in its early stages because the universe wanted you to rebuild your tower. So next time when you build a strong tower, this can last. And it can last for a lifetime because the Taurus card is about lifelong commitment. So if you're feeling sorrow, grief, losses about something that is gone and you cannot retrieve this water anymore because it's spilled, remember that it's not all lost. You still have 2 remaining cups here. And what you need to do is you just need to turn around and see what is left there. And you might be surprised that anything that you need, it's in these 2 cups. Whatever you didn't need was in those cups. Also, the card came up in the reverse position, and that means healing, that sadness, the grief, the sorrow, the regret. It's getting less and less. Okay, it's getting better. So down here at the bottom, I'm having the Page of Swords. So this kind of accident that happened was something being said, and something was said in a wrong way. It could have been by you. It could be somebody else who said something to you and upset you, because the sword is sharp. It's as sharp and hurtful. It can hurt. It can bring truth if it's in a upright way, in a good way. It can bring you truth and clarity and honesty. But if it's in a reverse way, it can hurt. So it could be either somebody said something that hurt, but also it could be that something has been said with the intention to hurt and with the intention to confuse. Either some joke was made and it wasn't so innocent, so there was an insult in the joke as well. Or there could have been some gossip going on, or somebody disrespected your privacy or your secrets by sharing what you've told them. Okay, so when it's reversed, it's something that was said either with wrong intention or in the wrong way. So I think either you and someone else had a miscommunication, or it was done intentionally. But I feel because this person is deeply sorry about what happened, and because of the Page of Wands, this kind of boyish, childish, irresponsible behavior, they didn't intend to do that, and it's not their fault in a way that this person is somehow innocent, but it could have been someone else, like external to you and external to them. Somebody said something that was malicious, or somebody intentionally tried to manipulate the situation, that instead of seeing it in a happy way, instead of seeing the sun in that situation, or seeing, like, if it's between two people, if this was illuminated by the warm, bright, happy, positive light of the sun, you could have seen it in a good light. You could have seen the good in that situation. But for whatever reason, you saw it in a dark side. You saw it in a dark, upsetting, worrying way, because the Nine of Swords is about anxiety, overthinking, over worrying, stress, anguish, and it's all mental. It's all that goes through your mind. And so I'm getting something, this is communication and this is thought. So it's not so much about how somebody feels. I think it's about what somebody thinks about you, or their perception of you, or their perception of the whole situation has been distorted by ill talking or ill advice, or some kind of maliciousness there I'm getting, like gossiping, like this, this mirrors that change the way you look. That feels that kind of way, that the reflection of you, it's completely distorted from what really is. So because I'm getting the sun and I'm getting the world, and these are both very strong and positive major arcana cards, I will say that it's not that bad. Okay, these are small cards. This is small, this is small, this is small. Whatever happened, it was one tiny little grain of sand, one little drop in the ocean. What you have coming for the future is a lot greater and a lot better and a lot more positive, and it's going to be your total happiness and your total fulfillment, and then what you've lost. And the reason why things happen this way is for you to go through some kind of a cycle, some kind of process, which is represented by the world. You have to go all around to complete the old cycle, and now you're coming back again to the starting point of something, but this time you know better, because you don't want to find yourself in a situation of grievances, loss and regret, and in a situation of anxiety and sleepless nights because you said or you did something that you never intended it to be, breaking your tower. And so in tarot readings, we always look at the major arcana cards first, and if they are positive and if they are strong, that means at the end, no matter what happened, these little things that happened, no matter what happened, you will have a positive ending, a positive outcome. The sun is the happiest card. It means when you have the sun coming out, nothing can go wrong. From that point on, nothing can go wrong. Everything's gonna be fine and happy. And also, the world is about a total completion and satisfaction and having everything you need or want to be happy. The timing, the sun is Leo season, which is now. It's August. It actually, Leo, when does Leo go? 20, I think it was the 22nd or the 23rd of August. So for the next 2 weeks, I think all this is kind of coming into place. And I will say you have nothing to worry, because something good and something a lot better will come out of this whole story. And it's going to be something a lot better than what you thought you've lost, because it's not all lost, okay? There is still something left, and it's going to kind of turn out to be well. So I'm going to get some cards from my deck. This is my deck that I made. It's called the Blue Sky Oracle, and is available in my Etsy shop for digital download, and it cost $5. So I pre-shuffle the cards, and I'm just going to kind of choose one or two, just like this, and I'm going to choose that one. That one says, I'm nervous to reach out to you. So this card in a way it's similar to that one by meaning, because this is about somebody having anxiety and somebody overthinking the situation. What could I do to fix this? What could I do to make it right? Let's ask the cards, because I don't know myself. What are the cards suggesting that this person needs to do? Like this one. You make me be a better man. So I feel somebody feels they lost you because of how they behaved irresponsibly, immaturely, and they improved themselves, they fixed their mistakes, they bettered themselves in some way. So if you give them another chance, they will show you, they will prove you that they can do a lot better than what they did to break the tower